You spent 12 years in school. 12 years, thousands of hours, sitting in classrooms, taking tests, doing homework. And in all of that time, not one teacher, not one class, not one single lesson taught you how money actually works. Not how to build it, not how to grow it, not how to keep it. Nothing. And I want you to think about that for a second, because it is not an accident. You were taught history, you were taught algebra, you were taught how to dissect a frog, but the one thing that will determine the quality of your entire adult life, your relationship with money, they left that out completely. And because of that, most of us walked into the real world completely unprepared, making the same money mistakes, living paycheck to paycheck, working hard and still feeling behind. Not because we are lazy, not because we are stupid, because nobody ever taught us the rules of the game we were being asked to play. That changes today. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand more about money than most people learn in a lifetime. And the last thing I share, that one hits the hardest. Let me start with the first thing school got completely wrong. The formula they sold us was simple. Study hard, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, and everything will work out. You know this formula. You probably lived it. Maybe you are still living it. And here's the truth nobody said out loud. That formula was designed to create good employees, not financially free people. Think about what school actually trained you to do. Show up on time, follow instructions, do what you were told, do not question the system. Work for a grade, which later becomes a paycheck. School was not preparing you for financial freedom. School was preparing you to be a reliable worker for someone else's financial freedom. And I want to be clear, I am not saying education is bad. I am not saying your teachers were evil. Most of them genuinely cared, but the system they were teaching inside, that system had a very specific goal, and that goal was not your wealth. It was your compliance. A workforce of people who know how to work hard, follow rules, and never question why they are doing it, that is incredibly valuable to the people at the top, not to you. Still with me? Good, because it gets more specific. Here's the second thing they got wrong. Work hard and you will be rewarded. This one feels true. It sounds right. It is the most American thing you can say, and it is only half the story. Here's what they left out. Working hard inside a broken system just makes you really good at being stuck. Let me show you what I mean with real numbers. The average American worker gets a raise of about 3% per year. That sounds okay, until you remember that inflation is also running at 3 to 4% per year. So you worked all year, you got your raise, you feel like you moved forward. But in real terms, in actual purchasing power, you are standing completely still or moving slightly backward. You are running on a treadmill, working harder, going nowhere. And here's what school never taught you. Hard work is not enough. Hard work in the right direction is what builds wealth. There's a difference between working hard and working smart, between trading your time for money and building systems that make money for you. Rich kids, the ones whose parents actually had money, they learned this at the dinner table, casually, like it was common knowledge, because for them, it was. For the rest of us, we were told to just work harder, study more, get another degree. Nobody told us the game had different rules depending on where you started. So, what did they actually learn that you did not? 4 things, and none of them were taught in any classroom. Number 1, assets versus liabilities. Rich kids were taught early that there are 2 kinds of things you can own. Assets, things that put money in your pocket, and liabilities, things that take money out. A house you rent out is an asset. A car loan is a liability. Investments are assets. Credit card debt is a liability. Most Americans spend their entire lives accumulating liabilities and calling them achievements. Number 2, money works for people, not the other way around. The goal is not to work for money your whole life. The goal is to get to a point where your money works so you do not have to. Every dollar you invest is a dollar you sent to work on your behalf, while you sleep, while you live, forever. Number 3, taxes are optional for the wealthy. I know that sounds insane, but it's true. Rich people don't earn salaries, which get taxed heavily. They earn through businesses and investments, which come with legal tax advantages the average employee never gets access to. The tax code was not written for employees, it was written for owners. Number 4. Your network determines your net worth. One introduction to the right person can be worth more than 10 years of hard work. Rich kids grew up surrounded by people with opportunities. The rest of us grew up surrounded by people with the same limitations. None of this is in any textbook. All of it changes everything. Now, here's the part that is going to make you genuinely angry. School didn't just fail you to teach you about money. In many cases, it actively put you in debt before you even had a chance to start. The average student loan debt in America right now is over $30,000. Think about that. You followed the formula. You did what they told you. You went to college because that's what responsible, ambitious people do. And you graduated not with a head start, but with a debt that will take years to pay off, while interest keeps compounding, while life keeps costing money, while the people who inherited wealth or skipped the system entirely are already 3 steps ahead. You did everything right, and the system handed you a bill. And here's the cruelest part. The degree you paid for, in most cases, it taught you a specific skill for a specific job, not how to build wealth, not how to think like an owner, not how to make your money multiply, just how to qualify for a job that pays just enough to keep you comfortable enough to not revolt, but not enough to actually get ahead. I know that's a hard thing to hear, but I need you to hear it, not to make you angry, but because understanding the system is the first step to beating it. And you absolutely can beat it. That's what the last part of this video is about. Alright, here's what you actually do about it. Because this video is not about making you feel helpless, it's about making you aware, and awareness, acted on, is the most powerful financial tool you have. Step 1. Start learning what school never taught you. Now. Not next month, not when things calm down. Now. There are books that will teach you more about money in a weekend than school taught you in 12 years. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Psychology of Money, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Start with one, anyone. Step 2, understand the difference between an asset and a liability, and start acquiring assets. You don't need to be rich to start. You can invest $5 today in a fractional share of an index fund. The amount matters less than the habit. Start the habit. Step 3. Stop trading only your time for money. Look for one way, just one, to create value that doesn't require you to physically show up every hour. A skill you can sell online, a small side income, anything that separates your earnings from your hours. Step 4. Talk about money. Break the silence. The reason rich kids know this stuff is because it was discussed openly. Start having real money conversations with your partner, with your friends, with yourself. Money secrets keep people poor. Money conversations create opportunity. You didn't choose the school you went to. You didn't choose what they taught you. But you are here right now, and what you do with this information, that part is entirely yours. Let me bring it home. School taught you many things, and some of them genuinely mattered. But it left out the most important subject of your adult life. It did not teach you how money works. It did not teach you how wealth is built. It did not teach you the rules that wealthy families pass down quietly, generation after generation. And that gap, that missing education, has cost millions of people years of their lives, working hard, feeling behind, never quite understanding why. Now you know why. And knowing why is not enough. But it is the beginning. So here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below and tell me, what is one thing about money you wish you had learned earlier? I read every single comment, and your answer might be exactly what someone else scrolling through needs to hear today. If this video gave you something real, share it with one person in your life, a friend, a sibling, someone you care about who is still playing by the rules of a game that was never designed for them to win. They deserve to know this too. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. For real.